How's it going, everybody? Today we're here to talk about GateMate. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm also going to show you guys exactly why GateMate from Aurora DSP has become a really huge part of my workflow. Now, if you guys are like me, I live in a very noisy environment. It's an old building full of people doing all kinds of things, and I'll have all kinds of interference running through my workspace to where it sounds like a damn nightmare. It really does. It sounds like a nightmare when you're trying to work. If you're trying to stream or create content, noise can be a big problem, especially for those that are using like a higher gain, playing, heavier genres. That can get even noisier and noisier and noisier, especially when you add in outside interference plus the noisy gear noisy gear that is inspired. The plugins you're using, maybe rather, some of that stuff is pretty authentic, where the noise you're getting from the plugins as well can be kind of realistic. So with all that in mind, let's show you guys why GateMate has become one of my absolute favorites. Now we have GateMate right here. As you guys can see it, this is pre, and then, this is post, and this is the pre. When you install GateMate, you get both. Now you have to place essentially your rig in between. Now in this case, I have put GateMate pre. I have the free unified preamp. This is going to demonstrate another bit of noise just a little bit later on. We also have the free, inspired by the EVH 5153. This is the Goblin. And if you guys haven't got Goblin yet, I highly suggest that you go out and get it ASAP. And then we have, of course, GateMate Post. Now let's get into just basic guitar tone here. And I'll show you guys exactly the noise that I'm working with in my environment, okay? Yep, you got it. Now, just with my volume off, there's hiss like crazy here. Now listen to this. That's a lot of noise. What if I click on the unified preamplifier, guys? Hold your ears. Yes. Okay, so you're starting to see this actually almost made me want to quit streaming altogether. Yeah, at one point it was just frustrating me where I thought it was this, I thought it was that, I thought it was this. Realized that finally it's my environment. You have lights going and maybe there's screens and there's everything else that are going to be pumped right into these nice high output pickups that you've got in a lot of guitars. And then you're getting the noise that you're hearing. So let's talk about and show you guys exactly how GateMate can work for you. Now I have GateMate pre here. Now listen to the noise again. We're going to bring Goblin back in. Here's the hiss. There's the noise. Let's wheel this up. Oopsie. We have the odd oops. Whatever. You guys get it. And we're going to wheel it back. Yep, there it is again. Yep, and it's gone. You don't want to you might be thinking, why don't you just crank it all the way to 100? Well, that's not really the goal here. The goal is just to get right to the threshold and then take it off. I can still hear a little bit. What if I turn on that extra noisy unified preamp? Okay, there it is. And it's gone. And I haven't even got to the post yet. Post absolutely nukes it. Nothing left. All there is now is to play some guitar. Gonna adjust my levels a little bit. And we're good. Let's go to the screen, guys. Now, if we go to the screen here now, we'll gonna take you guys through again what I'm doing. Now, this is kind of multi-channel. You always want to make sure that the multi-channel is set to the same channel. It's very simplistic to use. It might be thinking, wow, that's just single chain. I don't know, this seems like a bit too much of a hassle, but really, honestly, it's not. You place, you set, and you forget. Okay, so we're going to go through it one more time. I'm going to turn this off, and here we go. We got the hiss. Yep. Go over here to Goblin. Sounding pretty good, though. Like, Goblin sounds good. But there's that hiss. I want that to be a trap. I want it to go away. I don't want it there anymore. So, pow, gone. And then with the pre and the post, your playing doesn't suffer at all. It acts like it takes out the noise. And don't forget, you might be thinking in your head right now, well, I've got all the noise gates I could possibly need. There's tons of them out there. They're all, a bunch of them, they're free even. And I have one myself that's a really good free one that I could recommend. But this is a different bird altogether. Remember, this is denoising and it's acting like a gate. So it's an all-in-one situation that is really going to have you not worrying about the noise in your environment like me. Now I can use this in every single stream that I do at the Amp Sim universe. Like and subscribe, by the way. And shameless plugs. And guys, honestly, this has given me so much more confidence to stream with the highest gain stuff, the highest output pickups I want. It doesn't matter. On top of that, you can do Doom stuff. And if you've ever worked with fuzz and high output pickups like the Seymour Duncan Slug, the amount of noise can be gargantuan. Yep, well, guess what? GateMate does not care. This thing just rolls right over it and says, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm going to cut it. And then, we'll hear the amp when we're ready to hear it. Also cuts out the noise, like I said, so that that noise isn't constantly operating in behind. That's one thing that gates do not do on their own most of the time, is that they don't denoise. There's a difference between denoising and a gate. So make sure that you're on top of that as well, figuring out the difference between those two. Okay, guys, so this has been the Aurora DSP GateMate, and you guys can get this for free, a trial period, and then a very, very reasonable price, often sales over there. And like I've showcased today, you have the Unified Preamp. This is free. Goblin is free, and there's a number of other free plugins over there like the Tuna and all kinds of other stuff. So if you've not been over to Aurora DSP at this point, make sure that you head over there today. All right, guys, thanks so much. And once again, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you check us out at the Amp Sim universe. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Thanks.